Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
Mike, the intern, Ned Reynolds in the studio. It is bright and early Monday morning. The Chiefs had the bye week, so it was a nice, relaxing Sunday for me. Hoping that, obviously, the Broncos would lose this past Thursday. That didn't happen. And then the Chargers Sunday night. That didn't happen, but the Bills took a loss, which is a good thing.
They did, which is utterly, to me, amazing, because they fell to the Miami Dolphins 30-13. How in the world that can happen? But it's pro football, and anything, as they talk about, anything can happen on a given Sunday, whatever the mantra is that they come with. Anyway, Denver did win, beat the Las Vegas Raiders 10-7. The Chargers and the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Chargers looked pretty good, beating the Steelers last night 25-10. It was a dominant performance by Los Angeles, and of course the Chiefs play them later on in December. How about Miami thumping the Buffalo Bills 30-13? Who would have thought that was going to happen? Well, Buffalo, I'll tell you, Buffalo's a little fragmented. They're a good football team, but I'm not sure that they're in the same strength category as Kansas City. I know they beat the Chiefs 28-21, but they're to play a second time. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. New England, watch out. Here come the Patriots. I don't think this year they're going to be a challenger. But Mike Vrabel's done a great job with this team. They beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Florida yesterday. That's a big one. Baltimore, watch out. The Ravens are coming on now. They pretty much throttled the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota's not all that good. But the team to watch out for, in my opinion, is the Seattle Seahawks. They are a very good football team. They have been all year long. Beat the Arizona Cardinals 44-22. The Seahawks are a real threat in the NFC, and I wouldn't be at all surprised to see them come on, and they may be a Super Bowl team.
We'll see. There is a lot of questions up in the air, especially after this last week. I think the Colts are probably the real deal. I got a chance to watch that Berlin game.
The Colts are very good.
Daniel getting his face bloodied again in the last part of that OT. I don't know. Jacoby Brissett didn't have another bad weekend either for the Cardinals.
He was all right. Brissett's going to be their quarterback probably for the rest of the year. Now, Kyler Murray is probably not coming back, has a rather significant ankle injury. But be that as it may, Arizona just does not have the consistent spark. And, Seahawks walloped them yesterday, 44-22.
And the key to beating the Bills, running the ball.
Yeah. He came off
got
the
a
field.
running back at 200 yards, Dolphins, and they win the game. Who would have thought? All right, we do have another Monday Night Football game, and I know you're going to be rooting for the green and white, not the green and yellow.
No, not the green and gold. We'll be rooting for the green and white. Green's going to win the game, regardless of that. It's Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers on the frozen tundra, on all that rubbish they have for Lambeau Field. It is a historic football field, no question about that, and it probably will be very cold up there tonight. But Philadelphia Green Bay should be a very good football game, and this is negative thinking, reverse psychology, but I wouldn't be surprised to see the Packers win this thing. Philadelphia, it's probably a pick-em game. The Packers would probably be about 1.5 or 2-point favorites, somewhere around there, but this is going to be this will be a very hard-hitting football game.
And my boy Bobby Witt Jr. getting another piece of hardware over the weekend.
Well, he did. He's a nice ball player, but the real big awards begin tonight. This is Rookie of the Year tonight, and then they finally end it with the Cy Young Award and Most Valuable Player Award. But the Rookies of the Year are tonight, and all the area eyes are on the National League, where the Atlanta Braves have a fellow named Drake Baldwin who plays for them. He was a catcher this year, and at the end of the season, he was pretty much their starting catcher. Drake Baldwin is a former Missouri State Bear. Played for the Bears 2013, 2014, in that vicinity. Very good player. Great season. And he is the odds-on favorite to win this thing, and gosh, we all hope he does. That would be the National League. Nick Kurtz of the, I almost called him the Oakland A's. Nick Kurtz of the Athletics is the American League favorite to be the MVP.
The last time we had a Missouri State Bear get an award like that.
For a rookie?
Yeah.
Ryan Howard.
That's what I was thinking. It was an improbable victory for the Missouri State Bears going away and getting that dub, but they did it in dramatic fashion on Saturday.
Incredible game. Yes. Absolutely incredible. And I hear all the journalists are saying that's a huge win. That's more than that. It's a monumental, for the ages, comeback win. Now, I will tell you this. Watching Liberty play, Liberty's a very good football team. very good football team. They're the only one from Conference USA to play in the playoff bowl. And, of course, they were in the Fiesta Bowl 2 years ago, played Oregon, got beaten pretty soundly by Oregon, but still were there. Now, this is not the same Liberty team, but they're still pretty doggone good. And to take a 10-0 lead over the Bears, well, here we go. There's the key right there. Liberty was never, they did end up with 17 points, but they were never able to extend a substantial margin on Missouri State. Bears played great defense, and the defense never lit up. And the interesting thing about it is that the Bears were able to come back in that second half. Jacob Clark had a very big afternoon in throwing, and while Liberty runs the ball, that is their attack, the Bears were able to shut them down. Now, the leading rusher, a kid named Dickens, had, I think, 127 rushes, or 127 yards, I should say, but he rushed the ball almost 30 times. The Bears were knocking the daylights out of him. Game, defense, and game clock management in the final 2 minutes. The big deal for the Bears. They did it with perfection. Missouri State 21, Liberty 17. That's win number 6. Now, all the fans in the area are saying, that's 6 wins. The Bears are bowl eligible, and they are. But they're not allowed to go to a bowl game this year under the rules the way they now exist. You have the first year in FBS, you have to sit out and not a postseason team. But there is a caveat to that, and that is there's something like 41 or 42 bowl games, something like that. If there are no teams that can fill that schedule, then the next availability goes to a team that maybe is going to have to be slid in there, and the Bears would fit that category. They're a good football team. They have Texas El Paso coming in. This is homecoming weekend at Missouri State, and an individual say to me, boy, this is really late for homecoming. It is. Normally it's in October, but keep in mind that in Conference USA, the October games are all at midweek.
Yeah, they're not going to do
homecoming. And they're all-night games.
Yeah.
You're not going to have homecoming during that time. So it is this weekend, Texas El Paso, the Miners, who are probably going to be leaving the league, I should say, at the end of this year and going to another one. They'll be in here. Bears can beat them, but you don't overlook anybody.
No, you don't overlook anybody in that conference. And again, big congratulations to them. I'm just fingers crossed that someone can't make that bowl game and they get in their first bowl game in that conference would just be awesome. All right. To me, I think the Tigers, they lost some wind when Vanderbilt beat them a couple weeks ago. They just did not look the same this past weekend.
No, interestingly enough, they had played Alabama. This is Missouri you're talking about. They had played Alabama earlier this season, and Alabama had a big lead on them. Missouri made it look close, 27-24, I think was the final score in that game, favor of the Crimson Tide. But indeed, Alabama pretty much had the dominance on that. Still, you liked the way Missouri was playing. But here comes Texas A&M into the stadium. The Vanderbilt team. Vanderbilt, I think, really took it out of the Tigers. And here comes Texas A&M, and they're big and they're strong, and the Tigers tried hard, but could not stop the Aggies, and 38-17 was the final. Texas A&M could be the number 1 team. We'll find out when the playoffs happen. Pretty much the top 10 remains intact, although Brigham Young got shelled by Texas Tech. That was the way the rankings are. That was expected. Texas Tech's ahead of BYU. Lower-ranked teams like Louisville and Virginia were upset, but as far as the top 10 are concerned, it's pretty much intact now, and Ohio State remains number 1. Now, the bowl rankings, the second ones, come out tomorrow night, and I suspect that it'll be Ohio State and Indiana 1 and 2.
Yeah, that 12-20 spot with BYU now taking the loss to A&M. There's going to be a shakeup in those. The top 3, top 4, pretty much solidified as far as I'm concerned. It's that bottom half that's going to be doing a lot of shuffling between now and then. We've got the Bears and Lady Bears back on the court soon, don't we?
They had interesting weekends because they both come away with wins. The Lady Bears were down in Arlington, Texas, and beat Texas Arlington rather substantially on Friday night. The Bears played Northwest Oklahoma It's a D2 team, and just really walloped them 106-51, I think it was. Well, both teams play again tomorrow night. The Bears, Conzo Martin's team, is at home, and they're finally playing a D1 team, Arkansas State. That'll be a nice little assignment for Missouri State. The Lady Bears are on the road. They go down to Cape Girardeau, play Southeast Missouri out of the Ohio Valley Conference. Another very good game. So now really the basketball schedule is percolating along and is going to produce some very interesting competition coming up. So stay tuned, folks, because there's a lot of action to go.
And it's that time of the year, Ned. Have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow.